Hi, I'm Jury. Let's talk about something very real. Jeans and sneakers are the most worn outfit combination in the world, and also the easiest one to make look average. Not bad, just forgettable, because most people think elevation requires heels, or tailoring, or something dramatic. But 2026 is proving something different. The girls who look the most put together right now, they're wearing denim, they're wearing sneakers, but they're wearing them with intention. And today, we're not just talking about white sneakers. We're retiring the idea that white and basic is the only safe option. Because sneakers right now are having a moment. And it's not minimal in the boring way. It's expressive, it's color aware, it's lifestyle aware, it's controlled. And I'm going to show you exactly how to make jeans and sneakers look expensive. Not trendy, not try hard, not overstyled. Expensive energy. Let's start with the foundation. The jeans. If the denim is wrong, nothing else saves the outfit. In 2026, the denim that reads expensive is structured. Not thin, not overly distressed, not aggressively ripped. Dark wash is powerful. Mid-tone classic blue works. Cream denim works beautifully. Black denim is timeless, but the key is structure. High rise, straight leg, wide leg, stovepipe, even a controlled barrel shape. Rigid denim holds shape, and shape reads intentional. Stretchy thin denim collapses, and collapse reads casual. Even fashion editors right now are leaning into weightier denim because it gives posture to the outfit. You can see it across runway styling and street style. Dark indigo, structured silhouettes, long lines. Now, sneakers. We need to talk about this because for years, fashion advice has been just wear white sneakers. White sneakers are classic. They're safe, they're clean, but they are not the only elegant option. And 2026 is proof. Look at what's dominating social feeds, street style, and even luxury styling. Adidas Samba in wine, Gazelle in baby blue, forest green tones, muted brown, off-white suede, New Balance 530 in beige gray, New Balance 960 in tonal neutrals, Puma in creamy monochrome palettes. The new expensive sneaker isn't loud neon chaos, it's intentional color. There's a difference. A wine Samba with dark denim and a camel coat? Chic. A baby blue Gazelle with cream trousers and a white tee? Fresh. A green Adidas with brown trousers and matching green bag? Put together. Brown blazer, brown trousers, white tee, green Adidas, green bag. That works because the color is echoed. That's the secret. Color repetition. Sneakers only look random when they're isolated. The color appears somewhere else in the outfit, even subtly, it feels styled. Now here's the first formula. Dark structured jeans, white tee or fitted knit, neutral blazer or trench, non-white sneaker, wine, beige, muted green, baby blue, minimal bag. That is 2026 elevated casual, and it works in the city. It works outside the city. It works in real life. Now let's go deeper into formulas, because this is where most people get it wrong. And this is where jeans plus sneakers either look intentional or like you gave up. So here's where most jeans and sneakers outfits fall apart. It's not the sneakers, it's not even the jeans. It's proportion, finish, and color isolation. Let's fix that with exact formulas you can use immediately. Formula 1, dark denim plus structured top plus intentional color sneaker dark, high-rise straight or wide leg denim. Not faded, not ripped, not thin. Add a fitted knit, tucked tee, or crisp button down. Then a third piece, blazer, leather jacket, or trench. Now here's where we break the white sneaker habit. Instead of default white, try wine Samba, try beige suede, try baby blue Gazelle, try muted green. But here's the rule, repeat the color somewhere. Wine sneaker, burgundy belt, bag, or lip tone. Green sneaker, olive bag, or subtle green accessory. Baby blue sneaker, soft blue shirt, or denim on denim echo. The eye likes connection. When color appears once, it feels random. When it appears twice, it feels styled. That's the difference between casual and expensive energy. Formula 2, cream or off-white denim plus neutral sneaker. Cream denim is extremely powerful in 2026. It looks elevated immediately. Pair with camel knit, soft gray sweater, chocolate blazer, navy knit. Now instead of white sneaker, try beige New Balance taupe Puma soft gray 530 coffee tone suede white is safe. Cream with beige is richer. Monochromatic neutrals feel intentional. Luxury brands lean heavily into tonal dressing right now. Cream, sand, tobacco, stone. That's not accidental. Tone-on-tone reads expensive because it looks curated. Formula 3, relaxed denim plus slim sneaker. If your jeans are wide or barrel-shaped, your sneaker should not be bulky. That's where people go wrong. Wide denim plus chunky sneaker equals heavy. Wide denim plus slim samba or gazelle equals balanced. Fashion editors have been leaning towards slimmer silhouettes for that reason. You can see it in street style, the return of sleeker trainers after years of oversized dad shoes. This is why Adidas Samba, Gazelle, and slim Puma profiles are everywhere. They elongate. Chunky sneakers shorten. So if you're wearing wide leg, stovepipe, barrel, cuff denim, go slim on the sneaker. Formula 4, mid-rise straight denim plus elevated sport sneaker. This is where New Balance shines. The beige gray models, the muted yellow-brown tones, even soft navy. They feel sporty but in a refined way. Pair with clean white or cream tee, structured cardigan, long line coat, crossbody bag in matching tone. The trick with sportier sneakers is fabric contrast. Sporty shoe silky top, elevated. Sporty shoe tailored blazer, elevated. Sporty shoe hoodie, casual. Contrast creates sophistication. Formula 5, denim plus color sneaker controlled palette. This is where people get nervous. Color sneakers are not chaotic if the rest of the outfit is calm. Let's say wine samba, dark denim, black knit, camel coat, that wine becomes the hero. Or green Adidas, brown trousers, white tee, brown blazer, green bag, that's cohesive. The mistake is pairing colorful sneakers with already loud clothing. Sneakers can be the playful element. They don't need competition. Let's talk about stop playing it safe. White sneakers are timeless, but playing safe all the time flattens your style. You don't need neon chaos. You don't need cheetah overload. You don't need loud patterns unless that's your personality. But brown sneakers, beige, muted pink, dusty blue, olive, suede textures, those are elevated alternatives, and they actually integrate into wardrobes better than bright white sometimes. White can feel stark, cream or beige blends. A brown suede sneaker with dark denim and camel coat, that's rich. A baby blue gazelle with cream trousers, that's fresh without screaming. You can stay within your comfort zone and still expand it slightly. That's growth without discomfort. What makes sneakers look cheap, and how to avoid it? This is important. Cheap isn't about price, it's about execution. Sneakers look cheap when they're overly worn but not intentionally distressed. The denim pools awkwardly over them. The laces are sloppy, the proportions are off, the color clashes instead of connects. Keep them clean or intentionally vintage. Choose structure in your jeans. Control the hem length. Keep laces neat. Repeat color intentionally. These small details create the shift. Before you buy another pair of sneakers, ask yourself something very practical. What colors dominate my closet? Open your wardrobe mentally. Is it mostly black and gray, brown and beige, denim and white, earth tones, navy and cream? Your sneakers should integrate, not interrupt. If your wardrobe is mostly warm tones, camel, chocolate, beige, then brown suede, wine, olive, or cream sneakers will blend beautifully. If your wardrobe leans cooler, navy, black, gray, icy denim, then baby blue, muted green, soft gray, off-white, or even subtle silver accents can work. Color coordination isn't about matching perfectly, it's about temperature. Warm with warm, cool with cool. Both were earthy, both lived in the same tonal family. It didn't scream, it harmonized. Sneakers feel expensive when they feel intentional, not random. Let's talk about something real. Not everyone lives in a fashion capital, and you don't need to. Elevated doesn't mean metropolitan. If you live somewhere more relaxed, more rural, more practical, your sneakers might need to handle movement, weather, uneven ground, long days. That's fine. Structure still applies. A beige New Balance with straight dark denim and a structured sweater can look polished anywhere. A brown suede sneaker with cuff denim and a tailored jacket works outside of cities too. The difference isn't location, it's finish. Clean lines, balanced proportions, intentional layering. You don't need to look like street style week. You just need cohesion. Advanced styling shift, hem control. This one is subtle but powerful. The length of your denim changes everything. If your jeans drag too long over sneakers, it feels careless. If they're too short and awkward, it feels unfinished. The ideal length, skim the top of the sneaker, or slightly cropped above the ankle bone. That tiny detail shifts the entire energy. You can even cuff intentionally. But intentional is the key word. The texture conversation 2026 is leaning into texture more than logos. Suede sneakers are everywhere right now. Wine suede, camel suede, muted olive suede. Why? Because suede absorbs light. It looks richer, it feels softer visually. Leather can feel sporty. Suede feels refined. Even fashion houses are leaning toward matte finishes instead of glossy finishes. Matte reads expensive, shiny reads sporty. Not bad, just different. Let's gently challenge something. If you always reach for white sneakers because they're safe, ask yourself, safe from what? From standing out? From getting it wrong? From being noticed? You don't need to swing to neon, but a soft baby blue, a muted green, a coffee tone suede, a wine samba, those aren't loud, they're expressive. And expression doesn't mean chaos, it means identity. Sneakers can be the subtle personality piece in an otherwise neutral wardrobe. They don't have to scream, they can whisper. If you look across fashion feeds, Pinterest boards, and street style right now, a few patterns are clear. Slim silhouettes are back, tonal outfits dominate, muted color sneakers are rising, logos are shrinking, textures are softening. It's less about hype, more about refinement. The Samba wave didn't happen randomly. The Gazelle comeback didn't happen randomly. The New Balance neutral wave didn't happen randomly. People want comfort, but they want it styled. They want ease, but they want clarity. That's the shift. If you walk a lot, sneakers matter more. If you drive mostly, you might lean toward loafers or flats more often. If your job is physical, durability matters. If your environment is casual, structure becomes your advantage. Sneakers are one of the most lifestyle-dependent pieces in your wardrobe. So instead of asking, what sneaker is trending? Ask, what sneaker supports my daily movement and still feels intentional? That's the adult version of fashion. Let's be honest, some combinations flatten your look instantly. Baggy jeans plus oversized hoodie chunky sneaker equals heavy. Skinny jeans plus bulky sneaker equals unbalanced. Loud sneaker plus loud top equals chaotic. Dirty sneaker plus tailored outfit equals clash. Balance is everything. If the sneaker is playful, calm the outfit. If the denim is relaxed, slim the shoe. If the color is bold, simplify the rest. It's all architecture. Let's zoom out for a moment. Jeans and sneakers are not glamorous. They're not revolutionary. They're not dramatic. They're everyday. And maybe that's why they matter more. Because most of life is everyday. You're not always going to an event. You're not always dressing up. You're not always being photographed. You're living, running errands, meeting friends, working, moving. And there's something powerful about choosing to elevate even the simplest combination, not to impress anyone, but to feel aligned. When you take 5 extra seconds to choose a better proportion, to clean your sneakers, to tuck your shirt, to repeat a color intentionally, you shift how you move through the day. Small refinements change energy, and energy changes perception. You don't need 50 pairs of sneakers. You need 1 or 2 that feel like you. Maybe it's classic white, maybe it's baby blue, maybe it's wine, maybe it's beige suede, maybe it's muted green. Safe isn't wrong, but safe doesn't have to be the only option. Try something slightly outside your default, not outside your comfort, just outside your habit, and see how it feels. Because style isn't about extremes, it's about evolution. And sometimes evolution starts with something as simple as changing your sneakers.